Right, I've got a question for you.
Oh yeah.
Did dragons ever exist?
Did dragons ever exist? Um, do you know what? I've seen something recently about this, and I think it boils down to I think something like dragons existed. We know dinosaurs existed. If you compare the two, they're not too dissimilar, except the fire breathing aspect. Um, we had flying dinosaurs. So could they have just a lot later than we expected them to still be around? Maybe.
That's the thing. Like a lot of people say there's like misidentified fossils. So um, dragons are basically dinosaur fossils, which would
Yeah.
make sense. But where they've been misidentified, obviously you've got living dragons such as like the Komodo dragon. They don't spit fire, but they have a toxic bite. They bite. They don't fly. And then you've got prehistoric ones, which like the Ichthyosaur, which I don't even know if I said that right, is a prehistoric marine reptile that is frequently nicknamed a sea dragon. So that again didn't fly,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I think there's evidence against it and there's evidence for it, and the evidence for it maybe doesn't work, but it's in every fantasy, every sort of world that's created.
Those and giants.
Yeah. So
Giants and dragons, never proven, but in all of the stories.
yeah, people still claim that like Bigfoot exists and stuff like that, but like and the Loch Ness monster, I do think they could. And when I was looking into it, I looked at Chinese New Year, and if you go down the list of Chinese New Year, every year is an animal.
What are they?
So you've got horse, goat, monkey, rooster, dog, pig, rat, ox, tiger, rabbit, dragon, snake.
Yeah, so everything that exists current day except the dragon.
Yeah. And if you were born, so I'm just looking at the upcoming ones, the year of the dragon is 2036 and it starts on the 28th of January, and then you're in the year of the dragon. If you were born on the 27th of January that year, in China, you were born in the year of the rabbit and you're one day away from being born in the year of the dragon. I'd be like, you'd be pissed, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'd much rather be a dragon than a rabbit, did you say?
Yes. I just think there's too much.
Yeah.
I don't know. I do think they did, but it's the fire breathing aspect that kind of.
Well, it's the thing, like, it goes into the conspiracy theories. Like, are these things that just people couldn't explain at the time? Did they see something flying around with flames coming out of it and call it a dragon because they couldn't explain why something was flying around in the sky with fire coming out the back? I mean, you turn a dragon around and is it a flying thing with flames coming out the back? They just got it the wrong way around.
Yeah. I think. No, I just think there's two. If you go back in time when dragons are meant to when they're dated for their prehistoric, who has come up with that idea that dragons existed? When were dragons first documented? And if you're talking prehistoric times, in my head, people back then haven't got crazy imaginations because you're drawing pictures on cave walls and then you're going out
what they see.
Yeah, but they don't. You don't know. There's no social media. There's no internet. There's no. I don't know. There's no thought park. There's no thought park, or there's no films, TV. There's nothing to spark your imagination. It's just literally where you live, what you do. You're hunting. You see animals. You survive.
and what they've got it in China.
Mm.
I think here we have medieval like stories about dragons, and honestly, past that, I don't know what else there is. But there's a lot, and I think for me, it just comes down to like that is like, is it just people trying to explain what they were seeing at the time? Like right now, if you were to go back in time to 2,000 years ago and hold a lighter in your hand and spark flame, they'd probably draw you as a man who could create fire from his hands.
Sorcerer.
Yeah, it's like they have no other way of explaining it.
Then that kind of lead. Well, if is magic real?
Is magic
Probably
real?
not.
I think it's more just advanced technology than magic. It's again, it's something that people couldn't explain.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's across plenty of things. Obviously, I grew up Catholic, and I didn't believe in a lot of it for a while, and now I'm sort of starting to come round to it again. But a lot of the miracles I feel like can be explained by modern day technology or some sort of advanced technology. That's if you're going to go for this alien advanced civilization theory, which I don't know. It's like the one I always like to say is the Jesus turning water into wine. We could fool some people who didn't know any better into thinking that something was wine these days. You get one of those little, you get cordial or whatever, you know, that it's concentrated like
Yeah.
Robinson's thingies. You take a glass of wine, you turn behind your back, squeeze a little bit of Robinson's fruit juice in there and hand it back to them. They're just tasting fruity juice where there used to be water, and they don't know what cordial is, so it's wine to them.
But I don't think Jesus has got a mini Robinson squeezy in his back pocket. I mean,
I don't think it was Robinson Squeezy, but
I don't think Jesus had pockets.
If he was an alien, he might have some way of converting water into something a bit more palatable.
Yeah.
So, you know,
But then in every world where there's dragons, there's also wizards, magic. Like, where did the idea of like a wizard come from? Why is a wizard traditionally always an old guy with a big white long beard and a cane or a staff that produces spells? Who's gone that's a magic stick? Is it because imagination was so like disadvanced that's what they've gone with? Whereas now you look at stuff, you look at, I don't know, Avengers, Marvel, the magic comes out of a glove for Thanos, which is got the stones in. Like there's so many different mediums for magic to transport.
Is it because we know that it's not possible to just shoot stuff out your hands? They didn't. Whereas, so we need to palette it for us. It's like I need it to come out of something. We know about technology, and it's like, oh, okay, cool. The Avengers have advanced technology where they can just shoot fire out of a glove because they've been able to do it.
They built it. I don't know.
Yeah, it's easiest for us to understand as being a bit more real than a sorcerer.
Yeah.
But then, like, again, you were talking about the wizards and the dragons and stuff, and it ties into like South American mythology with, I think, is it Quetzalcoatl? Probably butchered the name, but like he was, after the flood, came out of the sea on snakes and taught them how to recreate civilization. Could be butchering that. That's a very quick synopsis of it. But again, he was a bearded guy coming out on what appeared to be a dragon-like snake creature and helped them build civilization.
Yeah.
So it's all very cool. I like thinking about those sorts of things, whether I believe them or not. Like, I think they're 100% real, but it's nice to not just be like, well, no, everything is exactly how we are told it is today.
But then, isn't that the plot of Disclosure Day?
Yeah,
So, like, that is the world is as we're meant to see it. The media control it. They're too afraid that if we knew what was really out there, then it would just get rid of society. People are like, what the fuck am I going to work for?
So I saw a video the other day when they were talking about it, and it was talking about there's like a supposed 7-step plan to introduce disclosure, how they need to do it in parts because people would just like, if we find out there is aliens and we've got access to energy that is like, it's just free energy because of the technology that they have accessible, everyone would flip out. Stock markets crash because no one needs fossil fuels anymore. Everyone revolts against the governments because they've kept it from us for so long, making everyone go poor and hungry. So you would understand, me personally, I understand why they would keep it back. And I do think they are keeping something back.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is, but...
So you think they're keeping something back? What? Yeah. Is it aliens? Again, there's too much. I feel there's too many accounts of aliens. There's too many. I know films are fiction, but it's everywhere. Like, there's stuff happening in the world that is unexplained. There's
two different things that get mentioned. There's actually seeing aliens, which are very few and far between, and then there's seeing craft. So it kind of ties the two together for me. Is there's the really famous ones where they've actually seen aliens, and then following that you see craft. Is it that we do have access to these people, and then we've been creating technology based on what they have afforded us in terms of information, and that's really what you see flying around is man-made craft based on thingy. I've never seen anything. I come from Wiltshire, where it has the highest, like, anywhere outside of the US, I think, or even more than the US, the highest crop circles and sightings and strange stuff going on, Stonehenge. So, but I've never seen anything.
See, I come from the southwest, and I mean, if you walk down one of the high streets near where I grew up, you'd probably claim to see an alien, but
just a crackhead,
haggard old crackhead stumbling out the pub at 9 in the morning.
But the Disclosure Day is interesting because he has however many films now about aliens, and I think in order to do these sorts of things, you have to have representatives from American agencies and whatever else to consult. I think that's a well-known thing from what I've heard, again, on other podcasts, which means that he's probably had a lot of contact and a lot of eyes on things that not a lot of other people would be privy to, and told what he can and can't put into films. And I haven't seen him say this myself. I've only heard other people mention that he's said it or written it or quoted saying it. I'm not sure. But that this is his kind of, this is what I know. This is everything I can say. And I reckon after he's an alien enthusiast, a UFO enthusiast, and all the shit that he's done over the last however many years is culminating in this film. And I could believe it. I could believe it.
See, Disclosure Day is one of those films I watched it, and you're kind of waiting for, like, I don't know, the trailer didn't really give much away. You saw bits in it, but it didn't really piece together what was going on, and you're waiting for like that explanation or that big payoff. And I think it got it, but the more I sort of like think about it and ruminate after watching it, the more I like it.
Yeah, it was a slow burner for me. Half the film, I was like, "Come on, move it on," but then I think that payoff at the end was, for me, was good.
Yeah, I think they got the cast as well pretty spot on. I think the people that played the roles were really well. You've got, what was the guy called? Josh O'Connor, who played the guy that was chosen by the UFOs. He'd been in, what had he been in? Glass Onion, the latest Glass Onion film. Not Glass Onion. Glass Onion was one of them.
Wake Up Dead Man.
What was the
Knives Out?
Knives Out. That's the one. So he was in Knives Out, and he played really well in there. I think he's really good. Colin Firth, I thought, was like top in that. Yeah. He did that really well.
Wyatt Russell.
Yeah.
Coleman Domingo. Very good actor.
Do you know what? Right, I went to
Emily Blunt.
I went to watch it with my parents because Han's not really into this sort of stuff at all. So I was like, I'll go watch it. I knew my mum would like it, so I was like, we'll get to cinema. And I end up sat next to my dad, and the first scene that Wyatt Russell, Emily Blunt's partner, is in, my dad turned to me and said one of the most insulting things he's ever said to me is, he sort of looks like you. And I was like, that guy's, no offense, Wyatt Russell, if you're watching this, but we do not look alike.
I don't see it.
I mean, the picture on Google is horrendous of him. He looks homeless. But in the film, and again, another little tangent, I've been told before, and this is not like a ego boost, I've been told I've been told I look like Harry Kane.
Harry Kane.
And I hate that comparison.
Do you know what? Again, it's the jawline. It's yours comes down. It's like down there, and that's what his does. I mean, I think Wyatt Russell looks more like Harry Kane than either of them look like you.
Yeah.
And they've got a higher set mouth with the jawline coming further down, and I think maybe that's what it is with you. I mean, not to blow your head up, and I've said this before, but the person I think you look the most like is the name is not coming to my head right now.
Who is it? Like, give me a flavour. I'll see if I figure it out.
Statham. I mean, you're not as good looking as Statham,
right?
But I know I said it once, and someone told me to shut the hell up because I was going to inflate your ego. But
Statham is the one man that I'd leave Han for. Like, so when I had the hair transplant, and they fully shaved it off, and obviously everyone then they put the follicles in and stuff. When I had it shaved, people then said, they were like, "Oh, you look a bit like Statham with a shaved head." And I went, "If I knew that, why the fuck did I get the hair transplant?"
I told you before you got the hair transplant.
Do you know? So he used to be like a diver for Team GB. Like,
yes, I did.
He did like Olympic diving, and I'll have to find the video and send it to you on Instagram. He was a backing dancer in like a 90s like dance song, and he's just there like basically topless, just in the background, just writhing around in this film. And it's like, I think there's like 3 or 4 copies of him in this background just dancing. And
I've found the images. That's crazy.
Yeah. But I was
That's mental. I've never seen that. I think I knew about the diving thing. Was he not a model at some point as well,
probably. I mean,
of some sort?
he could be a model now. I
All right,
remember
calm down.
when we were at uni, I was on my
Yeah,
placement, and my third year placement, I was in London for it.
yeah.
And the college I used to go to every year for Christmas, they would go up to London, and my sister was in sixth form at the time, and she came up to London, so I popped over to say hello to her. They were at the ice rink by the Natural History Museum.
Mm.
We were just sat like having a drink, and her friend phoned her and was like, "Oh, Jason Statham and Rosie Huntington-Whiteley are in Harrods, and we're in Harrods as well. We're
Yeah.
trying to find him." And my sister told me, and I was like, "Okay, I can't really run off and leave my sister, but she's going in a minute." So we walked out with her group to the coach. I said bye to her, and as soon as she stepped on that bus, I ran
You sprinted.
probably like a mile to Harrods, and then ran round Harrods. Bearing in mind that night I was meant to be meeting my partner at the time for dinner. I was 45 minutes late for that dinner because I was searching around Harrods, and I was listening to people, and they were going like, "Oh, he's by this section." So I'd run up there, and he wasn't there. And what would have happened is, obviously he is with a model, and
Yeah.
I'd have turned up to them, and I'd just been like to her, "Excuse me, can you take a photo of me and Jason, please?" Just not even caring about her. Just been like,
Yeah.
come in and get a photo."
Yeah.
But I didn't find him, and I was 45 minutes late. My missus was fuming at the time.
So you didn't even get the payout of it.
No.
Didn't even get the picture or anything.
No. But now with AI, I can probably just create it.
doesn't quite hit the same.
No.
Talking about films, there is a lot of big films coming out kind of this summer towards the end of the year. What are the ones you're most looking forward to? And then maybe we could do like a little top 5 tier list.
Yeah. So first off the bat is Spider-Man, Brand New Day. I've got my tickets.
Yeah.
I've got my tickets, but that I just finished rewatching Spider-Man: No Way Home, and No Way Home is in my top 10 films ever. I mean, for all of it, but for that scene where all 3 Spider-Men jump off the crane at the Statue of Liberty, and they're just like in midair, and the lightning's going behind them, and it's all kicking off. That scene alone gets into my top 10.
I've been watching most of the Marvel films, all like the last stage ones recently. So I did watch that. At the moment, I was literally watching it earlier, Infinity War, and then watched what else did I watch? Civil War.
Yeah.
Civil War as well. But yes, completely agree. Avengers, Spider-Man. Is Avengers on there?
Yeah.
That's end of the year.
Yeah.
Do you know much about what's happening with that? I follow all of like the different YouTube channels that tell you all the little bits and pieces that are theorized about it.
I'm trying to go in as blind as possible, and that like the Spider-Man one, obviously it comes out on like a Thursday or Friday. I'm literally gonna have to like be off social media until the Monday when I go, because I just want no spoilers. I love with those films that the trailers give loads away, but actually give nothing away. And I think Tom Holland did an interview, and he was like, the main villain's not even in the trailer.
Yep. I think they've showed so much in those trailers, and they're still claiming that the main villain we don't even know about yet. There's plenty of theories about who one of the people is, but they've clearly been shown in the trailer, and they're saying that that's still not the villain. So it'd be interesting to see who it is, and that film then is going to directly lead into Avengers.
Yeah. And I'm excited for Avengers because they brought the Russo brothers back in to direct it.
They did Infinity Wars and the other one, right?
Yeah, and I don't know how I feel about Downey coming back. It makes sense. Like they can literally sell it as they go in an alternate universe. Robert Downey Jr. is Doctor Doom. He's not Iron Man.
Yeah, there's so many different ways because I think in the comics there was a storyline that um that um Stark was adopted from Sokovia. Not Sokovia. Well, where's he from? Where's Doom from? Latveria?
Yeah.
Yeah, Latveria. So like there's a world where this version of him wasn't adopted and then he becomes Doctor Doom or something like that. But I read all the Doom comic stuff on the lead up to it
Mm.
so that I can see that. I haven't got to Secret Wars yet, but I'm trying to read all the Avengers run before Secret Wars. I might at this point just have to skip ahead to Secret Wars. But
Yeah.
I'm very excited about this.
I want to go in blind, and partly because since Endgame, obviously might be controversial. I think Infinity War was better than Endgame, but Endgame has the most iconic moment with the portals.
Yeah.
Since then, I feel like the MCU timeline is an absolute mess. The Spider-Man films have been good, so No Way Home. I really liked Shang-Chi. I thought that was a class film.
Shang-Chi, very good.
WandaVision, the series was good. You
Very
obviously
good.
like Moon Knight,
Love Moon Knight.
but there's
Loki is
Loki.
very good.
But they kind of, yeah, I,
They tried to do all these new age characters,
yeah, the Captain America
and
new series where obviously passed it over to the Falcon.
yeah, I wasn't a
I didn't
massive
like
fan of the
that.
series. I didn't mind the film. It wasn't the best, but you had some big things in there which set things up. Obviously, like uh the the thing from the Eternals. Forget what it's called. Containing all the, is it adamantium?
Yeah,
Um, so that all sets up this future stuff. But anyway, yeah, I'm excited for all of it. I have watched everything, including TV shows, and there were some very bad ones. But you know what? I even liked the witch one. I forget what her
oh,
name is.
not WandaVision, but the one that spawned off WandaVision, not
Yeah,
Scarlet
I thought.
Witch, or I know which one you mean.
Yeah, but their focus at the start of that was all on the TV shows, and I think they fluffed it.
Yeah,
Um, and I think the Doom storyline was probably meant to come further down the line,
yeah,
so they were going to set it up slowly. We should really have already had two Avengers films by now, if they were able to go ahead
Kang.
with the Kang Dynasty stuff.
Yeah,
Um,
that messed it up massively, and he was going to be. I feel like he was going to be a good villain in it. He was really good in
yeah,
Loki.
yeah,
But
but he
I
had to
think,
go and abuse his wife.
yeah, and then now what? Doomsday's coming out. Secret Wars is 2 years after that, or is it next year?
I think it's next year. I feel like because didn't Infinity War and Endgame they kind of filmed them back to back
Mm,
or at the same time and then just released them later. I feel like they're probably doing the same with this.
yeah,
Um, but I'm excited to see what they do with it. Very excited. So Avengers, Spider-Man. My next one to add to that list is The Odyssey,
yeah.
which
That's
we've
going to be mine.
pre-booked tickets for. Can't wait for that one. That'll be very good. Um, I hope it's very good anyway. Um, when does that come out? Next week?
Yeah, that's very soon.
Probably
Um,
by the time this goes out, it'll already be out.
yeah, yeah. I want to go watch it. I love those sorts of films
Yeah,
from like the Trojan War era, like
yeah,
Troy, that Brad Pitt
yeah.
film, anything like that. And it's
Sure,
got
I've never.
go on.
Carry on. No, go.
I was gonna say the cast is ridiculous. Obviously, you
Yeah.
got Matt Damon,
Oh, yeah.
Zendaya, Tom Holland, Hathaway, Charlize Theron, Berthan Hall, Robert Pattinson. Like
Yeah.
it's stacked.
Yeah, for sure. Um, Another thing I've never seen. Never seen 300.
Have you not? That's a
No.
really good film. I'd recommend watching
But
that.
it is one that I mean to watch, but just I've never got round to it. But yeah, Odyssey is going to be incredible. I think they're the big hitters of this year, right? It's just those three,
So I'd
and then there's a
say,
couple others that have come to my attention, but they're
if
not massive.
if I was going top five,
Yeah,
Dune Part 3 is going to be in there. I would love the Dune films. I think
yeah.
they're absolutely class, and Timothy Chalamet in them does really well.
I haven't caught up with them yet. I think
Watched
I'm
it.
about halfway through the second one.
So good. Gives me like sort of not in quality, but like the original Star Wars prequel trilogy vibes. In when Anakin slowly goes dark, Timothy Chalamet slowly goes dark.
Yeah, Dune. The Dune books were released in 1965, and if I remember rightly, it is rumored or known that Star Wars was heavily based off of
Dune.
the Dune series. Yeah,
That makes
because
sense.
they were released. The first book was released 1965. Books were released between 1965 and 1985, and then the first Star Wars film was 69, or was it later? '77. Okay, so he probably had a couple of the Dune books out by that point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so Dune, I noted it, but it wasn't on my list because I haven't seen the second one yet, and I won't be rushing out to the cinema to go watch it. What else have I got on there? I didn't realize until I was looking up stuff that there's an Oasis film apparently coming out in September.
Is that?
I could be getting that completely wrong, but I googled films coming out, and yeah, Don't Look Back in Anger, feature-length documentary chronicling the spectacular. Oh, it's about their reunion tour.
Oh, okay.
So scratch that one. We can forget I said that.
My fifth place would be between two, maybe three, and that is Street Fighter.
Okay.
With Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes in.
Is that still not out?
That was meant to come out at the same time as. Oh, what was the one?
Because they were shopping that during WrestleMania, right?
Yeah, and then another one came out. What was the other one that came out at the same time? Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat 2?
Yeah, with Carl Urban. They were going to come out at exactly the same time, so I think they pushed Street Fighter back.
Yeah, they would have just cannibalized each other.
Yeah, so Street Fighter.
50 cents in Street Fighter as well, isn't he?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So I think that's going to be that is going to be a good film. So that's up there for me. And then there's a film that I don't know loads about, but I've seen a bit of a trailer that looks good. Is The End of Oak Street, which comes out next month. And that's Hathaway and McGregor. And it basically. Is that where the
street disappears?
Yeah, their street gets just taken out of their town. So that's in there, but I'd say
that does look very good.
And it's got a good cast again. And then the other one is a bit of a curveball, is the next Jumanji films, because I just think they're so funny. Like,
so I had that on my list, Jumanji Open World.
Yeah.
There was a couple of others. Another one for me that I mean, just because I'm after Avengers, Spider-Man, and Odyssey, that's all I'm really focused on. Social Reckoning.
Is that the next one of the Social Network?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's all about that court case that they had, I believe. People exposing what they were doing. So that could be good. And there was another raw one. There was another Rogue one, and that was a new film in the Fockers series. It's De Niro, Stiller, and then Ariana Grande.
Okay.
I think Stiller's son is getting married to her. And then they go through sort of revisiting all the sort of stuff that they did to him when he was joining the family. There's a teaser where she's doing the polygraph test.
Yeah.
So that could be fun.
I had a little look into films that come out sort of early next year, but we'll do that like near the time. But there is some big films, obviously.
There's some big ones.
You've got the Legend of Zelda live adaptation film that's expected in 2027.
Is it?
Yeah.
Did I know that was happening? I don't think I did.
Secret Wars is expected in December 2027.
Okay.
And then one that I'm very excited for is I Am Legend 2.
They're doing that.
With Will Smith and Michael B. Jordan.
Oh. Well, yeah, I'm guessing that'll follow on from the first one, right?
It's got, I think so.
Because that ended with kind of a you don't really know what happened.
Yeah, he was in that little kind of cubby hole in his lab. But there was an alternate ending filmed that they changed it.
I can't remember which one was the original ending. One is where the zombie essentially is just like he gives the woman back, right? And then they leave him alone and walk out.
So one's where it turns out that all along he's the bad guy.
Because he's been killing them all.
Yeah. And they're just trying to survive. So they're going after him because he's killing them all. But it either didn't rate highly or it was like too emotionally impacting or something that they changed it to what it was.
Yeah. I'd have to watch it again. I haven't seen it in years. Batman Part 2 next year.
I thought the Robert Pattinson Batman was so good.
See, I thought it was too long when I went to see it at the cinema.
I watched it.
I need to watch it again because there was a point in it because it was like 3 hours or something long, I think, and it got to about the 2-hour 15 mark, and it felt like there was a natural end, and then it didn't, and it just kept going and going, and I was like, "Fuck, this can't, surely not." What else have we got? Starfighter, Star Wars Starfighter. That's the what's his name, right? Ryan Gosling. That's the name I was looking for.
Is it? I didn't realize he was in Star Wars.
Yeah. It's all about the pilots and stuff as opposed to Jedis, I believe. Matt Smith, Simon Bird.
Nice.
Oh, Aaron Pierre as well. Spider-Man into the Beyond the Spideyverse. Sorry.
Yeah, the Miles Morales trilogy.
That could be good. Sonic 4. Never really watched the other 3. Watched the first one maybe.
Yeah, I think I watched the first 2. But I haven't watched the third one.
No. A Quiet Place Part 3.
That'll be good. I love those
I think
films.
I saw some of the stuff being filmed, like there were some clips of it being filmed. I'm trying to think if I've seen it. I think I have the other ones. But yeah,
There's some
there
big,
is plenty of films.
yeah.
There is big hitters.
Mm.
But yeah, I think for me, if I had to just pick one, I think it's Avengers. I'd even have to put that over Spider-Man, even though I know I'm going to love Spider-Man. I feel like most anticipated for me is Avengers.
I'm going to play devil's advocate then. I'm going to go Spider-Man because there's just so much stuff online about, I guess, how, like you said, how they could play out, or there's so many ways they could ruin the Avengers film by bringing back so many people. Obviously, you've got Captain America in there and stuff, and they've got to explain it right, and they've only got a limited amount of time to do it in a film. So
I think they've done very well with all the other Spider-Man films. So you're right, that probably will end up being the best one. But I think I'm most looking forward to Avengers because it's such a bigger payout for fans or anyone who's been following it intently. Is hopefully we just get everything starts to get tied up in a neat little bow. I just don't know what they're going to do after. On the reset.
Watch this space. I think next week it'd be good to do this for all games coming out. So like, what games are you most anticipating in the next sort of 6 to 12 months?
For sure. I've got a list of potentials, possibilities, and ones that are actually coming out.
Nice.
I feel like with games, there's just, you never know. It could get pushed. It could just get cancelled. You never know if it's actually going to come out or not.
Like prime example, GTA 6. Like if that until that comes out, no one's going to believe it.
I think they can't not release that one now. I mean, they'll be terrible if they did. Can't say I'll be playing it straight away as I don't have a console, so that'll be fun.
I don't know if I'm going to get it on release day just because it won't have online, and I want to play online.
Is that all really? See, I'm a big story guy.
Oh yeah, they're not releasing PC, are
play
they?
through the story. Nope. No, it'll be PlayStation, Xbox exclusives, and then if it follows the same pattern as previous ones, then we won't get PC until the following year. And it's whether I want to spend £300 on a console and then another 80 quid on the game.
When you've just bought Ocarina of Time. Decisions will have to be made. Well, I think that sounds like a pod. That does.
A very long pod. That I guess if we delve into it, this was actually filmed in 2 parts because my camera died.
Technical difficulties in the heat.
We have run into a second day. But we made it happen. It still goes. And we are the 30-year-old kids. And
make sure you
same again next week.
Make sure you drop a subscribe on YouTube if you're watching this on TikTok or listening to us on any other channels. Make sure you follow us. If you want to see the video one, it is over on YouTube. But all that engagement does help massively. And we'll be back next week with another episode.
Exactly. See you next time.